dangerous cruises because this hurricane that we're dealing with. Switch.
What's good, ladies and gentlemen? I'm HT or Jesus, depending on how well you know me, how close you can get to me. If you were listening to that early on, before the MTI banner came down, that is Katinsila. First track, my favorite track, Switch. Please go stream that. Go show him some love. This dude doesn't play about this production. He's passionate about EDM music. I still don't get it, but go show him some love if you do get it, if you feel it, especially out in the city, because I know I got a lot of EDM fans in here. So go stream that. That was Switch, and then the last track was the latest one we dropped. First track under MTI Records. I repeat, first track under MTI Records. Please go show that one some love. Monster, great track too, by the way. But however, let me see what's going on. So, as you guys can tell, today I'm by myself. That's just what it is sometimes. That's just what the vibe. So, if you've seen the titles, HT speaking to himself, you know. But this is good. This is important. Shout out to the team. Shout out to GT Crew. The GT Crew. Don't forget that, please. Later on, you will have more context as far as what that even means. But for now, shout out to the GT Crew. Camilo, get better. He's feeling a little bit under the weather. Boy, overworking himself. But hopefully you feel better. Shout out to Osvaldo. One time. Shout out to Jose. I think he's at a show. I don't know what show is at, but hopefully you have fun, fam. Jump a lot, dance a lot, all that stuff. But yeah, so today I'm solo. And as you guys can tell, I'm an engineer. So if I'm not looking at the camera, I'll take it anyway. I'm a little autistic anyways. I'm joking. But just engineering tonight. Just, you know, let this stream of thoughts flow a little bit, you know, understand it. And another thing, if you guys read the title, I put HT's feeling great. I am actually. Today was a good day. Today was, you know, just good vibes. Yo, shout out. Appreciate it. Shout out to the 3 family homie viewers right now. I do appreciate that. Appreciate the support. And like I always say, you know, just to get out the way, subscribe to the channel, like it, all that stuff that goes with doing this. And like I always say, this is where my life will be on display. My personal thoughts and everything will be on display. So subscribe if you care, because I don't do the other stuff, but for sure. So we got 3 viewers. Shout out to y'all. 5 views. Yeah, so we're cooking. So, well, like I was saying, if you read the bottom of the title, it said HT feeling great. So I am feeling really great. I'm actually Today was a good day. Like today was a solid day. I'm definitely tired, as always. If you know me, if you are in my circumference of existence, I'm always tired. That's just kind of, that's just kind of the look for me. I'm just a tired person. I'm always the sleepy person. But we're sleeping and we're falling into deep thought at the same time. Yeah, so I am feeling great. As you guys could tell, today's the set. The little fake plants give a little vibe behind me. The good light, good lamp. But yeah, and then go follow Katin Sila on every platform, please. It's very important. First DJ signed to MTI Records. If hopefully, if something doesn't sound right, doesn't look right. Oh, Venezuela tied up with Brazil today. BG, you're moving around. Thank you. You're moving around. It keeps going in and out. All right, we got to keep this one close. Shout out to the chat. And I guess Venezuela and Brazil tied today. For my soccer people out there, the international people out there, they tied a little bit. So like I was saying, I was feeling great. So one thing I want to do today, and I'm doing it for the first time, like on camera, I want to do a fit check because that's how good I'm feeling. I care to share the fit today. So just real quick, so some vintage jacket that I got from Vintage Store, off-white hoodie, Stussy beanie, some Top Man joggers, and some 550 New Balance. That's what we're rocking today. But yeah, just want to share that because I am feeling good. The fit is nice. It's all black, but it matches the rainy night, the cold night, where the wind slowly creeps in through your window and reminds you that winter's coming. But yeah, so I am feeling good. So as you guys can see, I'm kicking it by myself today. It's all good. Shout out to the team again. I'm repeating myself again. But so just wanted to get on here because we're not answer that, man. I plead the fifth. Nah, you're not gonna catch me in that. I'm good. It's worth $0, fam. It's worth nothing to look fly. But anyways, shout out. Get better, man. So the world right now is an intense place. This is an interesting place, right? You got the recession going on. You got other new particular things going on that everybody seems to be paying attention to. Hear me personally today, I'm not going to mention it, but you know what it is. If you exist in this world, you know what's going on at this right moment. It's interesting to be at this place in history when you see things happening in front of you when they're not told to you, or they're not told to you in a way where this happened before. Like you're literally right now in this moment in human history, we're all getting to experience real history and real time. And when history is actually happening. Oh yeah, I did forgot. Oh yeah, and I'm wearing a Movado watch. It was actually recently a gift. That's another reason why I'm kind of feeling good. But more into that a little bit later. So as I was saying, it's an interesting time to be alive. It's probably a really great time, but an intense time, a confusing time. But like I said, I'm not going to go into any particulars, but anybody that exists knows what's going on and the things that are occurring in real time as we speak. My quick just thinking on that and just seeing other people react around me, my thinking behind that is real strict. It's real straightforward. I appreciate that I get to be around for this historical moment. I'm grateful that I get to witness it myself, to develop that perspective. And lastly, yeah, it's really intense. Is an extremely dark moment. Things are happening to real humans as we speak. But however, the way I usually see these moments that are occurring that seem important now, but we'll see how important it really is at the end, is that there's a solution. We're getting closer to a solution. The bubble needs to blow up. Solution just across the board, as many of you know, I'm sure. It's a real life recession. People don't people empowered are not going to tell you, not going to admit it to you, because then they would have to admit to you that retirement funds are a negative. They don't want to tell you that. You're going to panic. You're going to protest, you know? So as far as that, just to me, it's finally action. It's finally movement forward to get out of this. It's finally, but at the same time being mindful it's a really high price at the same time, right? Depending on your perspective, depending on what side, stuff of that nature. But it's action, it's movement, moving forward. And that's what the great thing about this whole time in history that we all get to live right now, you know? And and real quick, not to sound like any mysterious anything, but like I said, I'm usually when things like this occur, I'm definitely observant. I'm watching all around, but I'm more observant in the way where I watch the people around me and I watch kind of the general public and how they react to these kind of things, you know? Of course I'm aware of what's going on. Of course you know, I know the history, I know the reasons and stuff of that nature, but I don't consume it in the moment. I just observe, because there's always horrific things occurring in the world. It's sometimes amazing how only certain ones. But like I said, I'm not gonna go too far into that. But I was just saying, not to sound mysterious, but I just choose not to speak on it. Of course, I'm having conversations privately with the squad, with the team, you know, getting their perspectives, hearing their opinions. It's a lovely thing. But me personally, I don't indulge in history in that manner. I'm just more observant. You know, I'm looking at as the forward moving moment. The bubble burst. Now we could find a solution. We can find some middle ground, hopefully, even though, you know, middle ground at least. I wouldn't say a solution, you know, or winning or losing, whatever that means to you, but just a solution. Because this is an interesting time that we're all experiencing. And like I said at the beginning, the beautiful thing about this moment, ladies and gentlemen, or at least to me, is I get to experience it myself. I get to develop this self-perspective that hopefully one day I get to share with whoever's around me and whoever I care to share with, and tell them this story, like this happened, you know? It's one thing y'all should know about me personally, as far as Jesus or HT, whatever. I like history. I actually do like history. I think history is important. I think moments in history are really functional into what the future will be. So me personally, I'm aside from everything, me personally, I'm just grateful I get to witness certain moments, especially at this point in history that we are embracing large amounts of change and unknown and things we haven't done before. So that's why I love these moments, as intense, confusing, sad, horrid it is. These moments to me are interesting and observant, and we all can learn so much. And all I would say is pay attention in a real way. Don't let your phone tell it. Don't let the TV tell it. Don't let your random coworker that doesn't know anything tell it. Just really observe in a real way and understand what's happening, and not just what's happening specific in this moment, but understand the effects that it's having now, the effects it will have in the future. Because in reality, these things only continue to repeat themselves. You know how humans are. They can't let go of anything, you know. They always want to get one up, and, you know, people struggle with maintaining their egos in check. But yeah, a lot of things going on for sure. But just try to view it in that way, and don't get engulfed in anything else that's kind of nonsensical about it, or, you know, just trying to feel good about yourself. But I mean, people are going to do what they do. Humans are humans. But I'm just saying, I love, as much as this moment can be a lot of different things, this moment is one of those moments that, like, I'm glad I'm live, you know? When you want to say stuff like that, like, I'm glad I can witness this moment in history. And like I said, and I said a second ago, these moments are going to continue to occur. ladies and gentlemen. Like these moments right now, the doors are open. We live in the future, and I repeat, we live in the future. We're about to go in 2024. We already know the levels of technology and science that we are able to have in our hands right now, and the things that are to come. AI, one of those, amongst other things. Yo, shout out, greetings from the best city in the world. All right, appreciate you, fam. Damn, first, I guess that's probably a first time viewer, but shout out to you. Shout out participating in the chat. But shout out to all those people internationally one time for y'all. But however, like as I was saying, we do live in the future. You know, I want sometimes that's not clear to a lot of people. And what I mean by that is that we're going to a new level within ourselves as far as humanity, our thoughts, our longevity, what it means to get older, what it means to be immortal. Not to go too deep in that, but this is a great time to exist, to be alive, to get to observe and witness either the most saddest moments or the most beautiful moments. Because we're about to, well, we already embarked in what most ancient civilizations would always say in their stories, the golden age. And we're about to get ours pretty soon. But that's why these moments that are horrid and are hard to understand of why they are occurring, or even why they could still occur at this point, is because as we all adjust to the future, and as we adjust to this new way of living and seeing and being and interacting and understanding human life itself, there will be big changes. A lot of big changes. And those changes come with prices, with happiness, with sadness, with tears, with blood. Those truly do. And it's always part of this adjustment that we seem to be embarking on at this moment in history. And I love it. I'm so thankful that I was born at the time I was born, and I get to be in this moment right now. Because this moment is the transitioning of human life into our next level, into what a lot of people for a while, it's better now, but a lot of people for a while said we will never get here, said we will never do this, do that, you know? So that's really what I want to say on that, and that's kind of my honest perspective. Anything else as far as, you know, picking sides, win, lose, you know, I don't play that game. I try to understand it from a large scale level and what it means and what it will continue to mean. So yeah, definitely intense moments, definitely horrid moments, but it's only a sign of the times that we're in a transition of something that we've never done before. So always try to remember that, you know, because, you know, life is a mother, right? Especially probably now, especially in this confusing time when everything is changing and the ground right under you is shaking and unstable, right? But we got to keep going, and we got to embrace, we got to adapt, we got to understand the other levels within ourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Are you saying word never stops or world never stops? Clear that up for me, fam, please. Shout out, I got 3 viewers. Shout out to the fam supporting out there. Y'all know who you are. I appreciate it as always. My gratitude to y'all. But yeah, so that's how I see this moment that's occurring. And you can feel it. You can feel it. You can see it around, even over here. There's people protesting for their jobs, you know. People can't find work. It's a real thing. So if you're out there feeling it in a real way right now, or whatever the case may be, just know that it's not forever, and there will be light and solution at the end. The adjustment just has to be this harsh for what's next. World. All right. Yeah. World never stops. That's a fact. World never stops. I like that. And that's why we always, we got to adapt to change. We got to adapt to the new level of what it means to be a human, ladies and gentlemen. I get it. We are going to bring some of those old rules, some of those institutional, ethical, moral, human rules that we should bring with us. But a lot of new things are coming, and a lot of new ways of living is coming. And what it means to be human, I think, is forever changing. But it's really changing right now. As I said, that transition that we're making right now, it's an incredible thing to be part of. Because hopefully, if I do make it to old age, who knows, right? I get to tell a story. I was there. I remember. It happened. It went down. It was interesting. Because I'm sure when I get to tell that story, the world will be in a good place for the time being. So yeah. So that's just really on my mind, to be honest with y'all. Because you know how humans are. If it's on social media, everybody gonna react. Everybody has an opinion nowadays, And literally me, I'm streaming, right? But just develop your own perspective about it. Don't get pushed to believe things that seem good, seem okay, seem right. Sometimes they're the opposite, especially nowadays, especially. All right. Wait, is that what you have, fam? Damn. Nah, I don't think you have that. You probably have like just the regular code. But anyways, yeah. So that was just kind of my 2 cents on that. Like I said, I don't want to go no specifics. I'm not gonna say no keywords or anything like that. But it's kind of obvious. So, anyways, shout out to the 3 viewers. Shout out to y'all. Appreciate it. Please share the link. Whatever you need to do if you feel that conversation is entertaining, whatever the case may be. But another thing, if you guys paid it, another thing that I want to kind of bring back. Last time I was on streaming by myself or on mic, I was kind of venting a little bit. I was getting some things off my chest, That day that HC was not feeling good, But just to kind of give the other side, and I'm feeling good. Things are extremely clear now in every way. Shout out to Good Trip. Shout out to MTI. Shout out to Godzilla. Shout out to Immortal Routine. Later, you guys will know what that means. Shout out to everything around me going on with my world, my universe. But yeah, things are coming, ladies and gentlemen. Like that itch of me is like strongly coming back. Like last night I couldn't fall asleep, and I'm horrible at sleeping. I'm trying to work on it. It's very important to get your sleep. That's the other main way you kind of fast and you let your body rest and all that good stuff. Go check out Huberman, great scientist. Oh yeah, before I go any further, that's another thing that I truly love about this transitioning point in history that we're going through right now. Yo. Is that we have access to our own scientist in a real way. If you can't believe that you're living in the future right now, just think about this. Right now, if you want any kind of access, any information, true or wrong, depending on your own perspective and how you look through data, but if you want to know anything, truly know something, and truly have these scientific facts or learn something in a real way, there's no more gatekeepers, ladies and gentlemen. Most of a lot of things are free nowadays, and the reason why when I spoke about sleep, that reminded me of that, because shout out to Dr. Huberman. He's a professor at Stanford. He has a great YouTube channel. If you ever care to learn to better manage yourself and truly understand the science within yourself, mentally and physically, he does great episodes every Monday. But that's what I mean. That this is the great time about being in this moment. I get to say I have a scientist. Obviously, I don't know the dude directly, but I appreciate him, I admire him, I respect him. He does good work, not just on his YouTube, but as just this, as a scientist, as a neuroscience. I think, yeah, he's a neuroscientist, and he teaches at Stanford, stuff like that. But I get to say I have a scientist. I can go directly to something to figure something either with myself or something was going on and get the true science behind it and be able to adapt that to my everyday life and understanding and really use those tools for me to have a better life. And a long time ago, I don't know, it didn't feel as if if we wanted to have a scientist around or have that information, it wasn't available. You had to pay a lot of money. You had to go to certain schools. And even those certain schools now, half of their stuff is free. If you want to go learn anything, MIT, any of those schools, all their stuff is free. So at this point, it's a beautiful moment. That's another moment I really appreciate. Dr. Huberman, that's something, as long as he's doing it, I'm not going to stop watching. Yeah, that's a fact, fam. Huberman Rules, the best podcast of science. Yes. So please, if you're ever curious about anything or knowing anything or understanding your mind or understanding your biology, and you want just like the fast version, go to him. Don't get me wrong. It's a long episode, but put it in the background. You'll catch something, you'll learn something, and you'll be able to actually use these tools. But anyway, shout out to Huberman. That's something I consistently watch. If you guys care about scientists or just care about just learning new things, even if you don't adapt them. And another one, speaking of that, is Lex Fridman. You guys, he's big. He's popping. He's been popping. But he's another one of those, and he's a computer scientist. But his network is so vast that he talks to many different people. From I think the last one, and I still gotta finish it. It's not the last one, but that's one that really caught my eye, was when he had the metaverse interview with Mark Zuckerberg, and they actually showed like the physical and the video. So his vast network of knowing in the rooms that I'm assuming he's in, that's how he connects. It makes the conversation really interesting, and he's extremely intelligent in himself and odd at the same time. An immigrant from Russia. So Lex is another one that is up there as far as intellectual and real conversations and talking about life in a real way. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yep. At Harvard for free, coding for X. Yep. I'm actually taking that. But yeah, that was just So shout out. So as I was saying, I couldn't get no sleep last night, and like I said, I have horrible sleeping schedule. I'm trying to work on it. I'm really trying, because like I said earlier before I interrupted myself, horrible. I'm trying to get better, because we need sleep as humans. That's probably everybody in the world fasts, and that's when you sleep. And fasting is important if you don't have the discipline to do it regularly. But I'm trying to get better, because I do understand the importance of it, and I do understand the consequences of not sleeping. Like I said, listen to Huberman, great scientist. But last night was a little different, to be honest with y'all. It was a little different in the way that I was struggling to fall asleep. I couldn't fall asleep, but it wasn't in this frustrated way. It wasn't in this anxious way. I was just like laying there, and I was calm. And then I was going through some general like design type thing, and I saw somebody design. Oh, I should know the artist's name so I can give it a shout out. But next time I will. But there was this spray bottle animation design. It looked like they were gonna use it for like a cosmetic line, and I saw it, and that design really inspired me. And then I sent it to the homie Osvaldo, just to get his opinion on it. But after I seen that design, I had a burst of inspiration, and then obviously, I have a laptop, I have the softwares, but I didn't want to move. I was comfortable. Couldn't fall asleep, but I was comfortable in my bed. So I had my phone, And the iPhone has this app called Freeform. I think it's 2, 3, 4 years ago, something like that. I liked it when they installed it, but I forgot and I haven't gone back to it. But last night I went back to it. It's called Freeform. So basically, what it is, you guys know what a mood board is. If you see things, palettes, colors, anything that inspires you, or any random idea just comes, just like you put it on your mood board so you can make a note of it, or you can't forget it, or you can expand the idea. Well, Apple's Freeform is basically this virtual mood board, and I think so. It was, when I could see, it was probably like 11:30, something like 11:45 when I seen the image of the spray bottle. But then I got a burst of inspiration, and an inspiration in the matter where I have a lot of ideas, formations around me right now as far as MTI, GT, immortal routine, stuff of that nature, content. And I came up with like 3, maybe 4 designs just off my head that have real potential. And the when I looked up to check the time, because I knew it was late by the time it was about to be like 2 a.m, and I looked back on the phone and I looked back what I had, I genuinely giggled, like I almost laughed, because I was like, that was the last reminder that I needed that I'm fully back. Like I'm at 2 a.m. designing different type of ideas. Yeah, vision board. Shout out. Yeah, vision board too. Vision board. Yeah, vision board. And I looked back and like I said, I laughed because I was like, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I expect of myself. That I lost track of time. But by the time I looked up to track time, I had 3 designs with a lot of potential and possibilities. I did send one to the GT group chat, to give some general opinions, some constructive criticism and stuff of that nature. But I had 3 other designs that have real potential, and I enjoy that. I appreciate that. I like that. I like having those moments where you just kind of run into a wall in a good way, and you're like, damn, look at me. Got like 3 designs, valid ones too. Feeling good. I lost track of time. I caught a vibe. I was able to materialize a creative thought. That's always important to me. So, and of course, if I went to sleep at maybe 2:15 or something, obviously I didn't get a lot of sleep. I had to work in the morning. But even as you guys see me here now in the stream, I think I got 3 viewers, 4 viewers. Shout out to y'all. I'm feeling good. Yeah, I'm a little fatigued, exhausted, but I'm good. Cause I think that's what truly all it should be about. I mean it, like we gotta do real work, especially where we're starting from. And that moment, without thinking, reminded me that I could still do it, still in me. Yo, you think so? Would you actually wear that though? I think so. I'm gonna tweak some things, but yeah, but shout out to the chat. Some of them know what's going on in here, but I like that, and that's kind of how I want my mind to be flowing always. Just in deep thought, in creative thought, in scientific thought, in human thought. That's where I'm at my best, no matter what's going on around me, no matter if the world's crumbling around me. Well, you better, because you're going to model. I'm joking, fam. But yeah, and that was incredible. You know how that cliche saying people like to say, like, enjoy the little things. And I'm not saying it's cliche because I disagree with it, but I'm saying cliche because, people overuse certain phrases a lot of the times. But that's the moment where that saying goes with me. Enjoy the little things. And even though it was late, I was tired, should have been asleep way earlier. The fact that I looked, there was one like 1:45, and then I looked down on my phone, and there's just 3 designs on this app all over the place, but they were there, and I just vibed out and got lost in it, amongst other things that, because I started writing last night too, and that flow right there, that moment, that instant, that's my real vice. That's my real vice right there. Creating this moment out of nothing and materializing in an idea, a thought, a business for that matter, and doing that. So that's my real vice. That's my real vice, just recreating that moment with what I got at the moment and going with it and develop something beautiful at it. And I love that. And to be honest with y'all, because obviously I've been creating. I got back to creating not so long ago, and I've been pretty good, from photos to writings to just other general ideas. And just so you guys can see me in the studio right now. This is the MTI Studios one time. I got to pick a name. I need to name this something. But anyways, that's a whole other conversation. But the point was, ladies and gentlemen, is that I truly appreciate that. And that's why I'm feeling good. That's why, I did the fit check today. You know what I mean? Because that one simple moment, I had like at 1:45 in the morning, So yeah, just wanted to share that with y'all. I've been thinking about that today, and everything else, regardless, good or bad, just kind of been going good. That would be a good idea, but I'll do it next time when the things are final and we have real ownership of them. I'm not just going to give people free ideas. You know what I mean? But that's not a bad idea. Maybe next time I'll stream and we'll design live. Try to catch a vibe in here one time. Who knows? But that's not a bad idea. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the 3. Share this if you care for this. If you care for listening to me to speak to myself. And and then another thing that I really look forward to is new music. And usually, obviously, everybody knows new music drops every Friday, but after 10, 11, because it's midnight in the East Coast, like you have availability to it on the streaming services. That's another reason why I really like these kind of days, because like right now on my drive home, probably just gonna listen to a full-blown album that just dropped to see what's good. But what are we listening to right now? What's the playlist looking like? Do you guys think majority of the people make their own playlist, or are they just clicking on the playlist that the DSPs have there, on the already made playlist? Because me personally, but a lot of people are not music people, and a lot of people somehow live their life without music. I don't understand that, but that's a whole different conversation. But me personally, I mean, I'm not saying that sometimes I don't click on it and I just, give it a quick glance, but usually anything I'm listening to is just a playlist made by myself. I think that's important. But you guys think most people just kind of mindlessly press on the already made playlist? I guess some people do. Some people are busy. Some people are in a hurry. People got real lives out there. So I get why it occurs. I don't think I could do that. I try to do it. I tried to do it the other day. It didn't feel right. when you buy some and it doesn't like really fit you, just like a little off, and you try to be like, nah, I don't fit you. So you got to return it. That's how it felt. Me playing those playlists, I was like, I can't. I definitely gotta make a new playlist. But which one do you use more though? The one on the DSP or your own? Let me know. Okay, for sure. Yeah, I thought that was an interesting thought. Yeah. Okay, no, we good. All right, but yeah, your own. Okay, for sure. Yeah, yeah, no, I believe it. You actually enjoy music, man. Even if you like reggaeton. Anyways, I'm joking. Reggaeton has great moments. Let's just put it that way too. I'm joking, but the point is, these days I look forward to like the new music and hoping that somebody drop like a good album to listen to top, right? So right now I'm heavy on the East Coast Griselda, Benny the Butcher, Conway, West Side Gun. He's about to drop. Rome, one of the artists drop. I'm listening to that. Um, Let me pull this up so I can shout out what's in the playlist as far as from straight from newer albums right now. So aside from that Monster and that Switch, go stream that for Katinsila. Go follow him one time. But so right now, 22 Jim dropped a good little LP. Yeah, it's a little LP, 8-track. If you guys don't know who that is, that's a good rapper from the Bay. He actually raps. Those beats are sick. Another one is Sleepy Hollow, another East Coast rapper, younger rapper, vibey type thing. Boys Meets World, bumping a lot of the album. Diddy dropped a solid R&B album. If you care about R&B or like newer, cool R&B. Of course he did. Let me know if it's good, man. And then yeah, so Noisy Candy 5 by Rome Streets. Crop Circle is by Nines. He's a UK rapper. Sunday Dinner album by Nick Grant. That's actually another banger. Good album if you really enjoy like rap, slick talking, well made songs, good beats. Go listen to Nick Grant. For those people that like to claim, oh, they don't rap anymore like that, blah blah blah, like they used to rap. No, that's another thing about living in this time. Anything is there. The best things are being made. You just got to be able to find them, because it's easy to find the shitty stuff, the process stuff. But if you really know how to look, you can find great things. I just gave you a good set of albums, and that's between just straight rap to straight vibes with Sleepy Hollow. Let me see what album I play. La Soul Assassin by DJ Muggs. That's cold. That's cold. But and then Friday with another R&B vibes. Another good R&B album, Volume 3, The Pink Sweats. That's a good like more newer R&B vibe. And then G Perico, he's dropping his little LP, dropped 7 figures later. That's another banger that I'm still playing. But yeah, that's one thing I really enjoy about these days. And yeah, so I look forward to see. I don't know what album to play. Let me see. And well, you guys know everybody else that dropped. Amanda Runs thing, Young Drizzy. Honestly, so far, I've only been able to enjoy 2 songs, and I haven't did a listen with intention, because I don't really listen to him, to be honest. But he got 2 little songs that, not bad. They make the playlist, So, I already feel about that. That's that. But yeah, and then I don't even know how long I've been going, but Larry June. Wait, let me see. Is this a whole? Oh, never mind. But Larry June dropped the Chops on Blades, produced by Cardo. I listened to it earlier. Ooh, man. All right. You want me to answer that? What's success? Well, first, I think that word is relative. Just depending on who you are, where do you want to go, where do you want to end up. But for me, as I stare at the horizon right now, metaphorically, obviously, literally, not literally, I'm in the studio, but developing things that that are genuine interest to me and making them work. And be able to do what I described earlier as far as a creative thought or coming to an idea or debating a thought. Yo, peace in the chat, please. But yeah, just and everybody says this, but be able to be me, but be me productively and have fun at the same time, you know? And like I always say, not live a regular life. Not to be long winded, if that answers your question. Man, I just did. Was that not my own words, fam? This guy's fun. Um, Shout out to the team. Woo. All right. For now, I need to go get my charger, ladies and gentlemen. Because, like I said, I'm here by myself, so I'm doing everything. Let me go get my charger. We gonna let me see. Let me go get my charger for now. Because could be about to die. Play that. Go stream switch. Yeah, sorry for that quick. Oh, great question, man. Great question. The sponsor of today's stream is MTI, as always, for the time being, along with GT. Along with, yeah, MTI and GT are the sponsor in the good vibes. There we go. Hey, we just got a live. We just got a live knowing from Godzilla next hit coming next month. What's the name? Let me know the name. Let me know the name. Art improvement success. As always, MTI's rules. That's what sponsors everything we do, ladies and gentlemen. It would be part of it. Improvements would be part of it, you know. But it's not it as a whole. But improvements would be part of it. Yeah. So you know, go stream some new music. That goes along where this is a great time to be alive for even that, because there's some great music being made by new people and the young is out there trying their thing. You know who I am next month, dropping by Katzinsila, and we're definitely gonna play next stream or next month. Anyways, so because I do want to go home. It could be considered part of it, but it's definitely not the end goal. And I don't think success is an end goal. Success is just finding the next thing that makes you feel alive, almost. But the last thing to wrap it up today's conversation, appreciate the chat being active. I love it. The first time I see my chat full, so appreciate y'all. 3-4 viewers, whoever was in there, appreciate it. And I got some first time viewers that came out of nowhere, so shout out to them over there internationally. But the last thing, if you've seen the title of the man, always trying to fight, always arguing. Shout out to the squad. But if you've seen the kind of the description of everything, I asked, would you want to be a tree, or would you be a tree? Damn right, I like that answer. This is homework, fam. That's a good answer. But I asked the question at the bottom. It says, would you be a tree? And in the question sounds fantastical. I know. But hang in with me here. Like, entertain me for a little bit. Let's end today's stream with a good thought process, a good thought experience. Y'all hilarious. Shout out. But let's end the stream with a good thought process. So I asked, would you want to be a tree? Would you be a tree? Like Groot. Or maybe not directly like Groot, but something like that. And I know it sounds like a fantastical thing to express or even think of. But shout out to Osvaldo. Me and Osvaldo were having a discussion earlier today about that idea of using nature or directly any plants and be able to use them with ourselves for the benefit of plants too. And Osvaldo was explaining a little bit to me the low epiphany he had, and hopefully next stream we're actually talking about it between us. So I'm not going to say too much, but just the general idea would be, what if we can use all the incredible things plants can naturally do? For example, they can use the sun and turn it into energy, or they can use the light and turn it into energy. In next stream with Osvaldo, we'll have a more in-depth conversation about this idea. But what if we can use the benefit of these things that can do other things that we can't do, but because of the science and the genetic editing in what was not, it was the cell. I forgot the name of the cell. Help me out. It starts with the A, right? Like I said, don't worry about those details. We'll clear them up when I get Osvaldo on here. But if just imagine being able to take how a plant works, how it interacts with nature, and what it can do, and how it can kind of live really on its own. Imagine being able to so there's this, and be able to use those tools within ourselves to go to space, to go explore a volcano, to directly connect to the earth. Arca. Thank you, Osvaldo. But when he comes on, he can explain more, because he's the one who brought the idea to me. Shout out to Osvaldo, my favorite scientist, by the way. Well, second after Huberman, if I'm honest. I'm fucking with you. But he'll explain that. But just being able to use the benefits of nature and plants within ourselves. And I mean, in another way, we're kind of looking into that just on the science world. It's just even people researching and doing experiments on axolotls. Shout out to Turbo. Turbo was my axolotl. Those things are so genuinely smart, like dog level smart type stuff. Well, if you haven't seen a weird pink version of it, an axolotl basically is a creature from Mexico, original to Mexico. They're technically extinct right now because they can't reproduce in their natural habitat. That is basically the city of Mexico before it was a city. But people, are keeping them alive, Well, and that's the reason why Turbo, for me, he died so quick, because they're so hard to keep alive, because they're original genetics. It's hard to not get them if they're not coming from their direct environment. And basically an axolotl was supposed to be a lizard, but decided not to stay a lizard. It has feet, but it also can breathe and swim underwater, and they're actually good swimmers. Look it up for yourself. Great creatures. But the main thing is that axolotls can regenerate their limbs and half of their brain if they need to. And right now, I'm pretty sure in Australia, in Germany, they're actually doing experiments to see how we can take the regenerated properties within that creature and put it into us. So it's kind of that same idea. It's kind of being able to edit our genetics to add these benefits from these other living conscious things that are plants. And the axolotls, I would say, is fully conscious. They, as far as my interaction with the axolotl, shout out Turbo, great creature. Their awareness is dog level. Like, they know when you walk in there, they'll follow you back and forth on the thing. They'll tell you how they feel. They'll tell you if they're hungry. They'll tell you if they have fungus in their gills. So their conscious is very self-aware. But that's an incredible thing. And that's exactly what I, just to go back to the beginning of today's conversation in the stream. That's the incredible thing about existing at this point in history. We get to just even theorize about things like that. Because once upon a time, you tell somebody that you want to be a half a tree for the benefits of what a tree does or as a plant does, people are looking at you funny. But the reality, ladies and gentlemen, is that this is not just saying things to say things or to sound fantastical. This is a true possibility that we can have those benefits and use it for ourselves. And like I said, I'm not going to go into too much detail because this was Osvaldo's idea and I just want him to get on here so he can really explain it. But yeah, hopefully we do that. And speaking of trees, I always like trees. I like taking pictures of trees. I always like to say that trees pose for me. But I'm saying that in the same sense where they could be real. You know? But, and yeah, and I thought that was just an interesting kind of back and forth. And the last thing I would want to say is, when you think of MTI, that's kind of it. We're doing real things. We're trying real things on the scientific level or on every other level. We do it in a real way. We mean it. We're not just doing it to do it. We mean it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, I don't know how long I've been going on for, but it's about to be the next hour. Appreciate to the 3 viewers or 4 viewers that were consistent with me. Shout out to the chat, staying active. First time I see my chat so full. I appreciate that. And share this, like this, subscribe. Look out for much more stuff coming out. And yeah, enjoy your guys' evening, your guys'